multicultural, just phenom around here with all your books. I
I'm
like.
trying to make my day.
I was digging it. I was digging it.
Thank you
So
so much.
let's get into how it works. I'll do your intro and then we get into the questions.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I fuck up the name again, it's because blame it on my
It's fine.
PTSD. I swear to God, it is. All right. So, y'all, we have a woman who knows how to stir the pot and the heart. Mia Heintzelman is
Round of
a
applause.
best-selling author whose books Monopoly Love, The Friendship Contract, The Accidental Crush, and more has taken readers on a joyride through love, laughter, and a little bit of lust. Her stories are fun, flirty, and fiery, like the one friend who always knows when to pour the champagne and when to call you out with love. Her work has been celebrated in New York Times, Book Riot, romantically inclined, and Readers Entertainment Radio. Living her best life in Las Vegas. Mia brings the sparkle, the sass, and the city of spice of Sin City right to the pages. She writes about strong women who know their worth and the men who are just brave enough to love them right. So grab your drinks, get cozy, and let's talk about love, laughter, and everything between the pages with Mia.
That was a lot. That was a mouthful.
So, all right, let's talk your origin story. Let's talk your origin
Okay.
story. What brought the romance in you out to share in books? Was there a moment or story that made you say, okay, I'm writing this love out loud?
Yes. Okay. So there's a few different moments because, okay, initially I wasn't one of those people who was like sneaking to read their grandma's, romance books like a lot of romance authors. I really was not that person, even though I would love to say I was, but I was just not. So I found a love for reading later in life, and it didn't come till almost like college because before reading was almost like a punishment sometimes. It was like you need to go sit and read a book. That's what it was like for a while. But when I got to college, I was reading Coming of Age in Mississippi, and I was like, this is a really good book. Like, there's a huge story in here, and I really love it. What else can I find? And then that was like, okay, I was reading any and everything I could get my hands on at that point. And then from there,
Yeah.
I was reading a romance book, and it was at the back of the book. It was like, could you see yourself writing for us or something along those lines? And I was
Oh
like, I
wow,
don't know,
that's
can
that
I?
back in the day was.
Those old books, and they always said, if you would you like to write for us or whatever
Yeah.
in the back of the book. And I was like, well, maybe I do. And so I'm a craft book junkie. I pulled out every craft book I could find. I was on websites, everything, just scavenging, trying to find out
Yeah.
how to do it. So I want to do it right. And that's where it happened.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about your pen. Who is the well? Actually, let's talk about the woman behind the pen. Who is the
Okay.
woman behind those swoon-worthy, comical moments in your stories? How much of you lives inside your characters?
A lot of me lives inside these characters because I'm just constantly searching for joy and trying
Mm,
to infuse it in my life and the people around me. That is so
mm,
important to me, and it comes from a long line of women who were the
mm,
exact same. My family is loud. I'm
mm.
like the quiet one, which is the funny part. Like everybody's loud, everybody's got something to say, and if you want to be heard, you got to get loud too. You
Oh
know.
wow.
So behind the pen, I'm looking for joy. I want happy moments. I love bright colors. I love
I can
Disney, although
tell by
I'm
your
not.
book covers.
Yes, if there's bright colors, I'm immediately drawn to it. I'm not a crazy Disney person, but I do love Disney.
Uh huh.
Just anything real happy.
Okay, okay. The literary space has always been an uphill battle for Black women. What's been
Hmm.
your experience navigating that as a contemporary rom com type
Hmm.
multicultural author as a Black woman?
Continue. Um, it is difficult. I'm gonna just say
Mm,
that it is, but I give myself the mindset that I belong here, that there's a space for me
mm,
at the table, like just about every other author out there, they're somewhere for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to keep believing that, because it is very difficult, because a lot of people, they think rom-coms, and they're not really thinking about Black women that often. Now it's growing. I'm gonna just say
Yeah.
it's growing, but before, it wasn't a whole lot of us. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not exactly urban romance, which I, like back in the day, everybody was like, you either write an urban romance as a Black person, or you write in trauma. And I was like, I'm not writing either. I'm just looking for all those rom coms that I loved. I wanted to see
Yeah.
my face in there. I wanted to see somebody who looked like me in there. I wanted to see
Yeah.
Black women being loved outrageously and loud and funny, and
Yeah.
just even through the hard stuff, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how do you see indie and small trad publishing as lifelines in the chaos of publishing today? Like, what freedoms or challenges come with that, you think?
Oh my God, this environment is changing so much,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much more strength in the indie. I'm feeling lately, especially because I'm hybrid. So I'm publishing with small presses, and I'm doing my own indie self-pub stuff. So I love the creativity and the creative control you get as an indie, and you can tell the story that you want to tell. And sometimes traditional doesn't really get it yet. You know, it takes the indie world to highlight that people are looking and, just wanting these stories, and then they latch on and say, okay, well, if everybody's already reading it, then we'll publish it too then.
That's
So
crazy. That is
it is,
so
it's wild.
crazy. Contemporary romance sometimes get mislabeled as closed door or not
Oh.
spicy enough. What's your
Hmm.
take on that, and how do you define heat in your books?
Well, okay, so this is the thing, is contemporary romance is so many things. And
Mhm.
just because it has an illustrated cover, a lot of people think it's going to be sappy sweet on the inside, and it can be. It's
Mhm.
just a matter of who's the author and what kind of stories they want to tell. It just so happens that mine are fun and flirty, but they also got a lot of heat in there too. I mean, to me, sex is just part of love, and
Mhm.
it can be there, and it doesn't have to be overdone. Um, but to your question, I think there's a lot of room for contemporary, but it doesn't necessarily have to be sweet or closed door. My doors are off the hinges, basically. We have no doors around here. Let
I'm
that.
dead. So what draws you to multicultural and contemporary and rom com romance? How does your work let readers, especially Black women, see themselves and their joy reflected?
Uh, Mostly, okay, love is the key, right? So you've got the
Mm-hmm.
love relationship, but aside from that, and a strong third character to me is the friendships. I just can't imagine a
Mm,
Black woman without having a whole bunch of friends that are there, and there's a whole bunch of varieties of your friends. You got the ones who are going to tell you the straight up truth, the ones who are just going to like try to hold your hand a little bit as they tell you the hard stuff. There's all kinds of friends, and I need that friendship in my book. So I
mm,
every single one of mine has strong friendships, and they're helping that person feel like you don't have to just be strong. You can be soft too, and you can let your guards down a little bit and be loved. And
yeah,
sometimes it takes your friends to help you see that.
that is true because friends can be stubborn as shit.
Yes. I mean, I
Stubborn.
got some shady friends too. I've got a whole variety of friends in this
Yeah.
book. Yeah.
So when you craft your characters, what reflection of yourself or your hope for Black authors do you see shining through those characters?
Mostly just that they are strong, they are beautiful and vibrant, they know how to have fun. They often have hard things to deal with, but they're living through it, and it's not the primary focus of everything in the book. You know, you can go through love and loss and hard times, but it doesn't have to be the defining thing about your life,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I want to talk to you about this damn Love and Game series.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right, so Monopoly.
Hmm.
Harper's running the game store, fighting to keep her dream alive while balancing her little pride and survival.
Yes.
It's it's such a real struggle for women entrepreneurs. What
Hmm.
inspired her resilience for you?
Well, one, she's already black, so we just come strong. We That's just the variety we are. You have to already know that there's a lot of things against you, and you can just choose to sit down, or you can keep standing up and then finding a way around it. Because even
Yeah.
if you take Monopoly specifically, knowing that this store she was about to lose it and everything, you have to get creative. You have to either decide you're going to accept that or just find a new way around it. So this Monopoly tournament, that
Yeah.
was the thing. That was like a little way around. Well, let's just get
Yeah.
it. She's skilled at this. And then, and
Yeah.
he comes in thinking he's just about to do a little family game night, about to do something. And she's like, absolutely not. I will show you.
It's crazy because you know I swear every time I interview one of you authors, I'm like, it's all these underlining messages in your books that I constantly see, and I wonder do other people catch it. So that's why I was asking. So Declan, Declan, Declan,
Hmm. Hmm.
Declan, the fine ass doctor, trying to do right and fix his karma. So
Yes.
was he
Yes.
always meant to be her rival turned love interest, or did he surprise you when you start writing him?
I always knew he was going to be her rival, just because I love a good rivals to lover, the enemies to lover. I love it when you have those horrible first impressions, second impressions, and now you
Mm,
have to kind of find a little redemption somewhere in between. So I knew he was going to be that way, and I knew she was stubborn
mhm,
because
mhm,
she's stubborn.
mhm,
She has an example that was set with her father, and she's just like, look, I'm not about to go through this again, and you're not going to come showing up here thinking you're Captain Saba bleep bleep with some money.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, absolutely not. So I love the aspect of a little bit of rivalry there. Plus, with the game, it
And it made
helps,
it
because
funny.
you have opponent. Yes.
It made it freaking funny, y'all. Y'all gotta read
Yes.
this. The Monopoly tournament backdrop adds such a clever twist to everything. How did you merge competition, community, and chemistry in one story?
Well, so I always knew that classic board games, whether you like them or not, you always have some type of story or history
Mhm.
about it. I always say, like, somebody's brother is probably hiding $500 bills under the board, people arguing over the
Yeah.
rules and whether
Yes.
the game is going to ever end and all these kind of.
Yes.
So the nostalgia of it, I
Yeah.
knew that would immediately bring people together, and it felt like a fun way to like keep it. I'm 50% romance, 50% comedy in this, right?
Yeah.
So it really adds to the comedy,
Yeah.
and then it makes the angst with the romance that much more fun.
Look here. I'm gonna tell you this. You was stressing me out. Um, both of these mugs was stressing me the hell out.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was cracking up, but y'all, boy, I was stressed out a little bit.
Right.
Um, so, what does playing games in love mean to you, metaphorically and literally, in this series?
Okay, so board games specifically, I am a board game junkie myself, along with craft books. We already discovered that. But
Mhm.
I love like Taboo and all these fun grab the mic games and stuff I see
Mhm.
on TikTok. I'm like, oh, I got to add that to my collection. So I have an
Oh
entire
no!
wall that's full of games. So that's part of me coming into the story, but also just a fun backdrop for the romance. You going through all this and you're against each other, but you really want to be more than that. So,
Mm.
yeah, I just felt like it was a great backdrop. And again, that nostalgia and being opponents adds to the chemistry of it.
Well, my husband may beg to differ because he think I'm violent during games, but it can even be video games. I am a sore
Look, I'm
loser.
serious when it comes. Do not come around here cheating, because I will be upset with the game altogether. I'll be ready to quit.
I've been known to flip over a board every now and again because I thought someone was cheating.
Yes.
So let's talk about Trivialized Pursuit because I'm loving this love and games series.
Thank
So
you.
Roxanne's character is giving boss energy, point blank period.
I loved her from the beginning because she's the
But she's
sister.
also vulnerable. She
Yes.
shows some vulnerability. What does she represent for women juggling leadership and love?
It's just kind of a little balance. You're trying to have, it's always like business or pleasure. People act like
Yeah.
there's a or in there, but it doesn't have to be a or, it can be a and. You can find a way to mold those two into
Mm-hmm.
one happy medium, you know? So she's over here trying to run this store, trying to expand and grow this store after they saved it in book one, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now what else are we going to do, you know, to keep it going?
Mm-hmm.
And she loves trivia. She is not a Monopoly girl. Her game is Trivial Pursuit, and she finds a way to kind of blend that with Murph, who is, unbeknownst to her, a trivia king uh,
Mm-hmm.
at the local bar.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's just kind of hard. I think it's the and factor. We can
Yeah.
have we can be strong businesswomen and come home and be soft and loved.
I hate that they put that double standard on women compared to men. Men can have it
Exactly.
all. They can have it
Right.
all. Women, we have to choose which one is more important.
Mm-mm. In my books, they get both.
And, yeah. So Murphy, okay.
Hmm.
Murphy is a
Oh,
fuckboy.
yes,
I'm
he
going to
is. He
say that.
absolutely is, and he's
But he's
fine
a
too.
protector. He's a protector too. He's a fuckboy, y'all, but he's a protector too, okay? How do
Yes.
you humanize a man like him while making readers root for his growth? Because there was a lot of growth in
Hmm.
there.
There was because I mean I think it always stems from the why. Why
Mm.
are they the F boy? I'm just saying that just in case your readers are not supposed to be hearing that. Why is he that way? What is his mindset that helped him feel like this is the only way to survive, and why he doesn't want to be in love or in a relationship? And the fact that he considered it settling based on his parents' relationship, that he was confusing settling with settling down, and that is not the same thing. So for him to recognize that his feelings for rocks were always there and strong, but he was afraid to settle down because he thought that meant he was going to be settling, like he thought keywords his parents would.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times, I'm telling y'all, romance books and fantasy and paranormal, all this stuff, this shit is like therapy to me.
It is.
It literally is. Because I was thinking, like, damn, how many of us have looked at situations that we really didn't understand with our parents and then tuck it and then
Mm-hmm.
put it on ourselves to act a certain type of way so we was not in that situation
Yes.
and we missed out on shit or fucked up some shit. I did. I actually this one Monopoly Love. Even though that's number one, number two is my number one. The second book is my number one.
Okay, I'm so happy you said that because I feel like a lot of people sleep on Trivialized Pursuit because they don't really know the depth of it. I really feel like the strongest depth of the series
Yeah,
was in this book of the three.
because Murphy's growth was all
Mm-hmm.
throughout the page. You saw his struggle. You really saw, like, even though you saw his other shit, but
Yes.
you saw his struggle and that growth and how it takes a strong good woman to,
Yes.
make men sometimes realize, oh, I'm fucking up. I'm
Exactly.
fucking
Like
up.
you're about to miss out on this really
Yeah.
great thing because you're over here acting a fool.
So that one is my number one, and Monopoly Love is my number
Yay.
two, and then the third book is number
That
three.
makes me
But
so happy.
yeah, because I just really like the growth and just the relationship, how it grew
Hmm.
in the pages. So I don't know. That's just me, y'all.
And the trivia was fun. Because if
Yeah.
you noticed at the top of every chapter, there's a trivia question. But the answer to those trivia questions are related to what happens in that chapter.
Let me tell you something, and I know some of the girls in here that know me will say this. They probably think I liked it because it had trivia in it because they call my questions SAT questions. They say I'm just, you know. So my nerdy ass loves all that. I love all
Look,
that. So maybe
that part
that
makes me, I feel geeked up about that kind of stuff.
I love it. Like, knowledge is power, y'all. Like, what the hell?
Okay,
So
but did you see at the end with all the little trivia stuff at the trivia night at the end? That's my favorite scene
you,
right
I
there.
wish you would. I wish you. I wish that you could do like a trivia book signing,
Oh, that would be
like
awesome.
a whole trivia night, like, and it's just a book signing and trivia. Ah, that would be like my nerdy
It would be
heaven
so
right
fun.
there. I would be so happy. All right, so friends to lovers is the trope that can get messy fast.
Yes.
How did you balance humor, desire, genuine emotion in that whole dynamic?
Oh my God, friends to lovers. I mean, that and fake dating, those two are my top tropes of all times. I just love them so much and I gravitate toward it. I don't know why, but I just do. Now, the balance with it is the fear of losing the relationship as a whole if you mess it up. So you're friends, right? But do you want to risk losing that friendship if you go romantic and there's no turning back? You know what I mean? So that's the big
Yeah,
thing with friends to lovers that always gets me because you know you can try it. But if it doesn't work out, now you've lost the friendship, and the friendship is so valuable.
that
So,
is
and
true.
especially in this book with Trivialized Pursuit, she's not just rocks this girl he's interested in. That
Mhm.
is his sister's friend.
Yeah.
That is his, she works and owns a business with his sister. You
Hmm.
know, his best friend is with her sister.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's all tangled in there. So if you mess it up, it's over for you. You've messed up your entire friendship circle, your
Yeah.
family, the
Yeah.
work, everything.
That is true. So let me
Yeah, because
ask you
she
this
worked with him.
about this book. All right. So the trivia night is a symbol of connection and communication, right? So what's
Hmm.
the deeper message there?
Again, for me, it always stems back to the togetherness and the bonds of friendship. Is
Mm.
even at this, like, okay, in Monopoly they had the comedy night and they were
Mhm.
together. It's about being together and building those bonds. So in
Mhm.
Trivialized Pursuit we had the trivia night and all these teams and the togetherness and fighting together to try to win this trivia night. um,
Mhm.
and I just think it strengthens the bond of
Yeah.
everybody together, not just romantically but the friendships and the community.
Yeah. I can see that.
Hmm.
So the third book,
Okay.
Food and Christmas. Oh my god. Nadia and Makai.
Micah.
Micah.
Hmm.
Okay, Nadia. Oh God, story feels like. How can I put this? It feels like heartbreak wrapped in tinsel.
A little bit, a little bit.
What inspires you to write a second chance love set in the holidays? Because oh
And
my
don't
god.
forget with a single dad, we
Oh
got,
yeah, and the single dad part.
and she's jaded. I mean, it's a whole lot of things. But the holidays, it always comes something deeper towards the heart. It's a healing. Can we fix this by Christmas and all that kind of
Oh
stuff?
my god. God.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
because
love this book though.
it was so many layers. Like it was like a family forgiveness. What was the emotional heartbeat of this book for you?
I wanted to see a summer fling
Mm,
find another way, like find its happy ending. Okay, because that's how they started off. Micah
mm,
and Nadia were having a summer fling and then it didn't work out. And he didn't tell her all the deep stuff. They thought it was being casual. We were just having a no strings attached relationship for the summer. So you
mm,
didn't share anything. But then again, what's the problem? The friendship circle. Okay, because now he's friends with the guys, she's with the girls, and without him it feels incomplete. We're missing a link to this circle. So when he comes back around, drops his, and she learns the bomb drop about him being a single dad, that changes things a whole lot. And then you got the secret admirer and the clues happening. I really was having fun with that though, because it was a real life clue game. We had snow. Everything you can think about Christmas is in there. It was a whole kitchen sink book.
It it was mystery. It was mystery thrown in because of yo. It was a lot. As a single dad, Micah brings a tenderness that contrasts the usual alpha energy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
How did you approach writing him with such care?
He was such a sweet guy, just a cinnamon roll all the way to the heart, just ooey gooey. And he was a good guy. And
Mm,
that's the hard part. When a woman has been jaded so much by all the bad guys that have
mm,
ruined and stomped on your heart and done dance on it and everything, when a good guy comes along, and not just like an incel good guy, but an
mm.
actual good guy, it's hard to recognize it or trust yourself that
That is
he is
true.
good. So she had already been broken, and
Mm.
that's why she was basically a F girl. You know what I
Yeah.
mean at that point. And so for her to be like, oh, I like him, but I don't know that I can trust myself anymore
Mm.
based on my past. Can I trust myself? It wasn't necessarily about trusting him, it was about trusting herself. And then any little hiccup feels like validation of that
Mm.
mistrust.
See learning moments in the book. This
Hmm.
is why people sleep on like rom com and
Hmm.
I'm not a big contemporary romance fan. You really have to catch me, but I can
Oh,
tell you right now, this series was just it was everything. I really liked it. So I
thank you
have a
so much.
question for you. With this third book, if Clued In Christmas was a holiday movie, what would the soundtrack or closing scene look like?
Oh, okay. So that big clue night that
Mm-hmm.
happens, that's all I'll say, just in case somebody hasn't, read it. That night would just be amazing on screen. I just loved every minute of that scene. And I have already visualized it, all my characters and everything. Um, I would just like to see that come to life, that scene specifically.
Mm,
I mean, the snow scene with the snowball fight and everything, that would be fun. I think that
yeah.
would be part of the trailer.
That
Um,
that that book was definitely giving living single and fucking girlfriends wrapped into one.
yeah,
That book, that's all like I was like, wow, this should be a black sitcom. Because
I might
that
just cross my fingers and manifest that. Please and
whole
thank you.
series need to be a sitcom.
I would love it. I
'Cause
absolutely would love it.
that is an amazing series. So let's talk about divorce 10. What is it? Divorcee?
Divorcee Tante.
The divorcee
They do
time.
say divorcee and debutante.
Okay,
Divorcee Tante.
divorcee time.
Mm-hmm.
Ebony Grace.
Yes.
Ebony Grace.
Mm, 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 mm,
Ebony
mm.
Grace is that woman who's done everything right until the life
Mm-hmm.
flips the script on her.
That's
How
right.
did you design her reinvention story? Yeah, reinvention story.
Yes. Okay, so the key with this is I don't necessarily consider it a rom com so much as a dram com because the drama level is so high here. But
Yeah.
I designed her because I wanted to see what could happen with a person who followed somebody else's plan for her to a T. It
Yeah.
was never her life plan, it was her parents' plan for her. And she did
Mhm.
everything according to their plan and it didn't work out. So it was
Mhm.
more about being true to yourself and figuring out who you are. What do you want? Because she doesn't even know what she wants right after this happened. That's why she needed it like a year to just
Because she's
be
only
out of the
known what they
spotlight.
told her to do.
Yes,
That was
she
it.
was a swim champion. She knows languages. She was a debutante. She was the perfect child. She had her, she was at the cotillions and galas, and she was the perfect wife to
Yeah.
Julian Livingston the third, the town prince. We hate his guts, right? But she was everything that she was supposed to be,
Yeah.
and except according to her. So reinventing herself, I gave her some time And again, surrounded her with a friendship circle that could lift her up and remind her who she is and why she's magic and joy wrapped all up in a person. And her
Yeah.
light has just been dimmed by that relationship she was in. And now she can come back out swinging, figuring out who she
Yeah.
is.
There's this commentary, this underlining arc in the book, um, on power and image and the currency of reputation.
Yes.
What real world inspiration did you pull from high society black culture?
Yes. I mean, I was not part of a debut. I was never a debutante,
Mm-hmm.
but I had friends who were, and I've seen that society, and whether you're accepted or that purity culture, like you,
Mm,
do you have the right income, the right name, the right balance in your bank account? Are you wearing the right labels? I
yeah,
never really care about that kind of stuff. But society does, whether we want to believe it or not, and even especially on social media. Because what are you showing? What are you unboxing? What are you, all these things, you know?
yeah,
So I pulled a lot of that from social media, from personal knowledge of experiences and relationships I've had, and
yeah.
also, you're gonna laugh, but like Real Housewives, it
I,
is
well, that's a
right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So Lincoln Bridges.
I really love Lincoln.
Oh Lord. Um, the name alone is complicated. What's the tension between him and Ebony? Mm, what was the yeah, girl? Because it
I
was
am cracking up because
a lot.
you're like, let me see how I'm gonna word this, because what the heck?
Because what was the tension like? What was it supposed to teach readers about love and second chances? Because those two, like a fucking time bomb.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, here's the key that we have to go back to. Life was picked out for her like an outfit, right?
yes, yes,
Now, had she picked out her own outfit or designed her own life, been the
yeah,
designer of her own destiny, then who would she have chosen for herself? She was already starting to pick Lincoln 10 years ago,
that is
okay?
true.
And she
That's
was
true.
having a good time. He was freaking her history tutor, just like they were building a relationship, but that's
Yeah,
not who her mother wanted her to be with. That's not
no.
who Julian's mother decided she should be with.
Mm.
Okay? So they all decided for her that he wasn't worthy of her. That
You
is,
know, you really wrote some characters that if I could yeet they ass off
yes,
a
we love a
cliff,
villain.
I just was, huh. All right, you write about the art
Wait,
of
who are you talking about? Julian or his mother?
both.
The Whisper. That is hilarious. I can't even.
So you write about the art of letting go and the luxury of healing.
hmm
What was the most personal for you in this story?
Really rediscovering and reinventing who you want to be that
Mm-hmm.
you are happy with. Who is the best version of yourself according to you? You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
for Ebony, who did she want to be? Like, without anybody in her ear, what version of her would she be? What would she wear? Who would she
Mm-hmm.
talk to? Who would she have in her life?
Yeah.
Those are decisions she had to make and also discover along the way. You know, because you
Yeah.
think, oh, I've got this friendship circle, it's infallible, which we learn is not. I've got my hair and it's long and beautiful and all this stuff, but is it you? Nope, she chopped it. Okay, even down to
Mm-hmm.
her lipstick. And then what is she doing with her career when even everything's burning to the ground? You
Yeah.
know, what are you going to do about it? And are you going to let anybody else decide your destiny?
I think that right there, deciding destiny, reinventing
hmm
ourselves. Did we go through so many reinventions of being us until we peel
hmm
back the layer that is truly ourselves? And
Yes.
a lot of time women, black women, all walks of life never find their true identity before they leave
Yeah.
this earth. You know,
And
and
think
that's
about
so
how many images are coming at you every day from
yeah,
social media, the news, movies, everything is telling you who you should be. Like what
yeah.
you should be, like what you should wear, everything. And she's like, shut all that noise down. Let me figure out on my own who I want to be.
And see the freedom that having books like yours, how Stella got her groove back, stuff like that,
I
you
love Stella. Thank
know,
you.
that those are books that people need, especially women, need to see because yes, men go through their midnight crisis. It seems like it lasts for decades. But
Yes.
women, we just move. We don't reinvent until it just we can't take it
Yeah.
anymore, or we just
Yes.
feel lost in ourselves, and then we just
Hmm.
like who am I? Am I the mother? Am I the wife? Am I a businesswoman? Am I this? So it
Yes.
like I said, it takes a lot because some women never find out who their true identity is, whether it's
Hmm.
sexuality, just their strength that they have, um,
Correct.
the stuff that they actually love in life that doesn't revolve around other people.
Hmm.
Because a lot of women are just known as mothers and they don't know anything outside of that. And
You
they,
are so right about that. Let me just tell you, I was talking to somebody at Steamy LitCon because an author had her mother there helping her as her assistant, and the mother said, "Hi, Janice or whatever her name is, right? I know her name, but I don't want to be trying to call people out.
yeah,
I'm Janice. No, I'm Janice's mom. That's what
hmm,
she said. And it just stopped me in my tracks because I have a serious pet peeve about it because just because you're a mother or you work a certain place or you're somebody's wife or whatever it is, who are you? Because are
yeah,
you Janice's mom or do you have a name? Like
yeah,
I call them Susie's moms. Like, hi, I'm Su. I figured this
yeah,
out when I had young kids. Everybody, all these mothers would come up to me and be like, "Hi, I'm Susie's mom," and I'm like, "So am I to call you Susie's mom, or do you have a name? Like, I'm Mia, Susie's mom. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I'm still a person. I still have personal goals and things that I want to do with my life, and it's okay to be that, to have those things, you know. And
yeah,
yes, I love being a mother, and yes, I love being a wife, but I'm also still me with a person who has individual dreams and things
yeah.
like that. And I think it's important for your kids to see that too.
I think a lot of women put patriarchy subliminally forward
Hmm.
when they speak, how they carry themselves without even thinking about it. It's not even a conscious thought. It's just so ingrained that consciously it's
Right.
what you are to society, not you as a person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just a comfortable thing. And it's not, I don't think people are really even conscious, conscious about it. You know, it's just a
Yeah.
thing you say. You just introduce yourself and say, hey, I'm this. But no, a lot of people don't follow it up with, and my name is. You know what I
That
mean?
part. That part. Because when
Exactly.
I,
I'm seeing this. Women have all the hats to wear, but we can't lose sight of ourselves. Exactly. We wear 500 hats, and a lot of time
yes.
we get defined by the hat.
And that's why I say romance books are very important.
Hmm.
With banning of books and things like that, it is doing the world a hindrance than helping it. You know what I'm saying? And this,
Exactly.
the moms of liberty are women who are so focuses on men, white men only.
Yeah. Mm.
They don't even have an identity of their own, and they expect all of us to be in that same mind frame.
Right.
Unfortunately, you know, a lot of times you hear readers say that that romance book really it felt like someone saw me,
Exactly.
and I don't think people like them understand. They're in that group that I said the patriarchy. They speak it so much they believe it,
Yeah.
but they're hurting the people who are legitimately trying to find even young adults who read contemporary romance for young adults.
Hmm.
That is something they need to see. So it's so
Yes.
important for you guys as authors to be around. It's so important for Black Romance Fest. It's so important for Stimulate. It's so important for these things to
Yes.
transpire because you never know who life you'll change.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm gonna get to your latest book. Not so Mary Maldives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, what did I do?
Yeah. I'm just
You said it just like when my mom, when I'm in trouble, she's like, Mia, come on now.
I'm
I'm
just
not in
saying
trouble.
you like to stress people out.
A little bit.
You Your books are so good. You know what? I was sitting here like I said, I am not reading contemporary romance, but then I step into your catalog and I'm just like, this shit ain't contemporary romance. This is stressful.
But you're gonna have a good time, right? You're
I do
gonna
have a good
laugh.
time. I do have a good time.
If I've done my job right, you should feel a few emotions, not just one.
This book gives the holiday meets boomerang.
Oh, yes. Yes.
This shit, y'all.
I might have to write that down.
This book gives the holiday meets boomerang energy. I swear to God. What sparked this spicy island showdown between Pear and Hollis? What had happened?
Okay, really, I just wanted to know, like, if this guy who you've clearly been crushing on in the office for years or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
if he fired you, could he redeem himself? Like, could you forgive him? What would it take to forgive him? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And now, okay, this is technically a re-release, but it is way more than that. I wrote this book called Olive and Pear's Christmas Detour along with another author. And so she wrote Olive's story and I wrote Pear's story.
Mm-hmm.
They were supposed to be taking this girl's trip for the holidays because she got fired and everything.
Yeah.
But it was only like 40,000 words. I
Uh,
ended up writing another 40 something thousand. I thought I was just going to make a cute little re release and add a little magic to it. I'm long winded, so that did not happen. It ended up being almost 400, I think 402 pages combined on my PDF. It was a lot, but I had a lot of exploring to do because I really wanted to dig into each character's background and what caused them to be where they are in life when they get to this point, and then I really wanted to add magic.
well,
This is my first time adding magic, so
I
I
mean,
loved it.
you get office enemies, firing drama, and the Maldives. Who doesn't want to go to the Maldives?
Exactly. Who doesn't want to go to the
But
Maldives?
but you was messy. You was
Yes.
messy. It was in the best way, but you was messy. How did you want readers to feel about the tension between them?
I wanted you to be frustrated because you're gonna
Great. Great.
success. Because I wanted that's what she would be feeling. Even if you
Mhm.
like this guy, even if he's fine as hell, could you just immediately forgive him? Absolutely not. You just literally
Yeah.
took away my employment and my livelihood. Absolutely not. But you do look hot, and we're stuck on this plane. I'm not going to just be able to disregard the fact that you got, beautiful hair and you smell good. So, yes. And I mean, we got caribou, we got magic dust, we got messages in a bottle, tarot cards. That's why I said, got Christmas magic. I really wanted the magic.
So how do humor and heat balance each other in your writing?
Um, they go hand in hand for sure. I need
Definitely.
both. I cannot do one without the other because I don't want it to feel so rigid and harsh
Yeah.
sometimes. It can just be like emotionally draining sometimes. Like if they're, having an intimate moment and it's just all intimate. Not everybody is crying tears of just pouring tears just because
Yeah.
they climaxed or whatever.
Yeah.
Not everybody's feeling that. Sometimes you are cracking up and laughing and talking about merman erections. Sometimes you do that. You talk about funny things and it makes it that much better because you're laughing together. I believe a couple who laughs together, they have a strong bond.
Yeah, I can see that. So, what does paradise represent in this story? Escape, healing, or something deeper?
A lot of forced proximity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it almost like they're neutral ground. You're stuck here together. Who else do you know besides this other person? So you're forced to confront whatever hiccups and issues you've got with each other. You're right there. You cannot ignore everything. And so that's what paradise is. You're there, everything is beautiful in front of you, but in order to really experience the joy of paradise, you have to address those issues.
I'm gonna just throw this out there. If this was a movie, who would play
Mm.
Pear and Hollis, and what song plays during that beach kissing?
Okay, for sure, it's Tika Sumpter.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
you like Tika? I like Tika.
she
I think
is
she's so cute.
gorgeous.
Okay, she's so cute. Okay, I mean, if we wanted to throw Alandria in there, we could just throw her
Oh
in
my
there too.
God,
I
she
would
is
not
just
mind.
gorgeous.
I would not mind. Okay, because she's so cute.
Yes.
Um, and um, the guy, I'm, I cannot think of his name. I'm about to die right now. His name is Theo James.
Why does
Theo
that
James,
sound
but
familiar?
you know him from what is it? Allegiant, Divergent, right?
Wait.
Is it
Oh my
Divergent?
God. Hold on.
Yes, but he's Welsh, but my character is black and Welsh.
Ah, yes, I know Theo Jax.
Yes,
Yes.
you know him. Like you
Ah,
know him. He's a
God, he is
beautiful specimen, right?
fine.
So Tika and Theo are my
Mhm.
characters. I already got a whole fan cast on my Pinterest and everything. Um, yeah, but I did feel like when Love Island was happening, I was like,
Yeah,
do we have
Landria,
some
Nick.
backup? They could work. They could work.
Yeah,
They could
they're
definitely
cute
play it.
together.
Yes, they are gorgeous together. So they could absolutely work if we needed alternate options. And the song that would play, wait, during which scene?
Hmm.
You said,
The
are
beach
we talking about the
scene.
tango or are we
Mm,
talking about the beach one?
the beach one. The beach one.
Oh,
Cause the tango, I'll be like, but
yeah,
no, the beach one. The duh.
I know. I know. Oh, man. I don't have that song. I just know that when they leave the spa, Pressure is playing. Ari Lennox. Yes, that song. Okay, let me think though. It had to be something good and like slow, but just kind of like
I was thinking Jill
almost.
Scott.
Yes,
He
that could
loves
work.
me
Which
in E
one?
minor.
I will
That
take
song.
that. Absolutely, will absolutely work.
That
Yes,
because at
please and
first I
thank you.
thought it was gonna be Erica Badu next lifetime. The way they was,
No, nope, nope.
but yeah, Jill Scott E minor.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because the way that shit was unfolding.
Yes.
Mm. So let's talk about rom com legacy. Like from
Okay.
living singles to girlfriends to the Parkers. I know some people don't think that's rom com, but that really is the Parkers. Black love stories have always been comedic and heartfelt. What
Yes.
does rom com mean to you as a black author writing in that legacy?
It means one that we get to be seen and
Mm,
loved in the full spotlight, not
yeah,
just like the friend or the little sidekick. You are the main character who is being loved fully, completely, and outrageously. That is the most important thing. But it also means, I like to say, handling hard themes with a soft hand. You
mm,
get to experience the softness of it. Even through whatever you're going through, because every story, every character has some wound or issue
that's
or something
true.
that's going on, but you can still be soft through it.
That's true. That's true, and you make
Hmm.
it hilarious. So,
Thank you.
so what do you want to see more of in rom com, multicultural, contemporary romance for Black authors and readers? What do you want to see more of?
I want to see more vacation. I love vacation romance.
Vacation romance.
Don't laugh at me because look, I've been to the Maldives. We got Ellswood, Georgia, San Diego. I have Hawaii and the friendship contract. I love beautiful backgrounds and landscapes to
Yeah.
offset these amazing things. So I want to see that. But also, I just want to see more unfiltered joy.
Mm,
Um, Not just like oftentimes I see there's death a lot,
yeah.
there's cheating and
Yeah.
all this stuff you're recovering from. And yes, that's part of life. But I don't
Yeah.
want it to be the main, catalyst for everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want it to just be people living and they find love. And
That's
I'll tell you one, Jump the Broom is one.
mm,
Um, what's the one where where Paula Patton was the flight attendant?
uh
You know what I'm talking about. That one, that was fun. But like just fun little things like that where there's not a whole lot happening in the background.
yeah, where love like what was the Queen Latifah movie where she thought she was dying and
Last Christmas, I love that.
yes, yes,
But
her
see, that was
and
funny
Uncle
though.
Vit.
She made that so comical because that wasn't
Yeah.
even really what was happening. It was just a mess up on the machine.
But
But that's what it took for her to live fully, right?
it was such a good love story though. It
Yes.
was and it was funny. And it
It
wasn't
was
overly
hilarious.
dramatic or nothing. It was just really
Right.
funny. So when I think of rom com, that's what I want. That's what I
I
want.
want to laugh. I want to laugh. And if I'm not laughing enough, is it really a rom com?
That is true.
I take the com very seriously in rom com.
Yeah.
I go back through it and I'm like, is 50% of this laughter and
Yeah.
joy? Like, am I really in there? You need the moments to balance it. That's just pure heartfelt and angst and pining, yes, but you should be laughing. We should be
Yes.
giggling and kicking our feet up and ready to have some fluffy socks and a good drink and to tell somebody in the group chat. That's the way I believe about
That
it,
is true. So, how do you maintain the joy in writing even when the industry gets heavy or discouraging sometimes?
Writing for me is the joy, so I just try to keep that front and center. Whether
Mm,
I'm doing my part. My part is to write the stories,
mm,
and then I just hope and pray that my readers find it, and that whoever needs these stories to feel that kind of joy and friendship and see
yeah.
beautiful Black people living life and just being loved, then hopefully they find it.
Yeah, I concur. So what's next
Yeah.
for you? Like any new stories, collabs, or what? And this is a side question. What is your dream ad, adaptation? Shit of of one of your favorite books in your arsenal, in your catalog.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay, what's next is I'm writing Whitney's story, which is Ebony's friend from the divorce at times. So
Mm-hmm.
I have Whitney and Priscilla are coming. Those are coming next year. I'm writing right now, so fast as I can. But that's what's next. My dream adaptation of all my stories, I would love to see the friendship contracts just because I really,
Why do
really,
you? what about what about what about the accidental crush?
I love that too. I know, but you told me to pick one. I would like to see all of them.
Well,
If we're
yeah,
manifesting, let's bring them all. But
I just
first, out the
hmm.
gate would have to be the friendship contract, only because
Mm.
I feel so special. Like Damon is it. Oh, oh,
Well, see, I haven't got to the friendship contract. I have been going
oh.
through the
Well, then
catalog.
we
I've
need
just
to
been.
get there
I
immediately.
haven't even got there. I'm finishing up the last book in the Accidental Crush series. So
Okay, so you're on One Night Crush. So you got to go
yes,
to Luca, Italy.
look, I'm a fast reader, so I was going through your shit like
That makes my
so.
heart so happy. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm honored.
So I'm gonna get to it because you keep talking about it. So I'm like now I'm curious. Now
Well,
I'm curious.
okay, I'm going to just say, okay, before that book, The Friendship Contract, I was writing love stories, yes, but I felt more free about my blackness.
Mm.
That was the most free, and it gave me permission to love and put everything on the page. Because I think commercially, before that, I was like, what is acceptable? And I didn't know because I was still learning. I didn't
Mhm.
know would people read it even if they weren't black or whoever? I just wanted as many people to read my books as possible. So I was writing the stories, but they weren't as free.
Mm,
Now my lingo is in there, my
mm,
family, my music, my food, from the friendship contract going forward.
mm,
So that's why you see Ebony and where the whole Fortamani family comes from.
yeah.
And you will see it's a progression.
Okay. Okay. So
Right.
where can readers connect with you? Do you have a reader group, Patreon, or just a website and your socials? And I need to know all the book signings next year.
Okay. Why you make me so happy? I'm going to see you and I'm just going to hug you. So you got to just be ready. I'm
What?
going to ask for permission in advance, but because I do ask for consent to get a hug, but I will be ready for it. Everybody will tell you because I'm a big ball of energy in person. But so
I'm
be
so
warned.
I'm supposed to be on one of those panels for Black Romance Festival. I don't know if you're on one, but I don't
I
know
don't know
I don't know
I'm
which
doing a
one.
panel, but I will be there.
I'm moderating. I don't know which one, so I don't know.
I'm so excited. Um, okay, so yes, I'm always on Instagram, and I'm doing so much better being on TikTok. At first, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm still learning. Look, I'm giving it my all, and I just trying to show. A lot of times, I'm like, ugh, my hair doesn't look good, so I don't want to get on. And now I'm like, look, here's my hair and all of me. That's part of me. So take it and leave it. But those are the two places I'm the most, and Threads. Um, I have a Facebook group, but I feel negative energy there, so I rarely go there. My website is miaheintzelman.com. I put
Mhm.
everything there. I have a newsletter, an ARC team. Um, I will be having ALC team, so advanced
Mhm.
listening copy team too, once I have my next book coming.